and welcome to Simulate Gaming, and welcome to my first look here at the Oregon DLC for American Truck Simulator. Now, little disclaimer, I was meant to be doing this the day it came out. However, I had some technical issues with my head tracking, and long and behold, today I thought I'd try and give it another go, and it works fine, so yeah. So I'm currently on a job already, so as you can see, we've got about 23 minutes left. Now the reason I've stopped here is because I've not actually been to Oregon just yet, but we are just outside the border going into Lakeview, which is going to be our first drop off, and then we'll probably get another load going up further north into Oregon. So for the screenshots, Oregon looks absolutely fantastic, which is why I thought I'd go ahead and try this video. They're really transforming the game here on ATS, sorry. Right, so it's still a little bit jumpy, the head tracking. It's not as smooth as it is usually, and I'll explain what that is in a second. And it's nothing to do with ATS. Let's just go ahead and get the truck booted up here. We are using a simple automatics today just because the main focus isn't me trucking. I know I usually use manual, but like I said, we've got more important things to do today. Let's get the handbrake off, or the parking brake off. Let's get the sat nav off, because I do not like it. I do not like using that English simulator. Right, we can adjust the sat-nav using this button here. So it's pretty much just up this road. So let's go ahead and start heading out of here. Once again, we're using automatic. Let's start indicating, make sure nothing's going to hit into the side of us here. Okay, wait for this coach. I think we're good, as long as this car doesn't go right into the side of us. Slow down. Do you know what? I've completely forgot what it's like to play a game with force feedback. Thank you very much. I completely forgot what it's like to play a game with force feedback. Let's get the lights on there. So it's been an absolute age since we did American Truck Simulator. I used to do time lapses, but I stopped doing them for reasons I'm not going to get into today. Welcome to Oregon. We just passed the border. There we go. So we are now officially in Oregon for the first time. I just saw actually a floating bit of mountain there. Might have to report that later on. But anyway, that's not the focus of today's video. Reduce speed ahead. So there's a lot of places I've been told on Discord and stuff to go check out with the login stuff. That's one thing I really want to get into, is the login aspect of this. So I'm probably going to be playing ATS for a while on the channel now. For those of you that like the trucking stuff, that's good news for you. If you don't like the trucking stuff, then I'm sorry, but I really want to start playing more of this. So ETS 2 is also going to be making a return to the channel. Oh, I know I just said this, but it's so nice using force feedback. Stop. Nearly. See, if I was using manual, that probably would have been the end of me. Get the Jake brake off there. Can we get a move on here? What's going on? I do have only 2 mods installed currently. This is a completely base game. The only thing I have is one mod that removes the old style traffic from the traffic, like the old-fashioned, like classic cars. They're cool to see, but I thought I was seeing them too often. That made it a little bit unrealistic. And the second mod, as you can probably see, is traffic density, and that is completely it. That's the only 2 mods we have installed for now, because I didn't want to cause too much conflicts with the new version of ATS. Probably going to get more at some point, but I just wanted to see Oregon in all its glory. Probably going to install some graphic mods again at some point, just to give it a little more pop, a little bit more exposure. I personally like a bit more exposure when I'm playing this. Look at all these houses. Never seen any of this before. In fact, I can change the center one with that, so we can see our speedometer just there. For those of you that have never been on my channel before, and this is the first video you're seeing, first of all, welcome. Second of all, this next to me, this little contraption, is the Farming Simulator side panel. It works really well with any game. I'm not sponsored to say this, by the way. I just think it's really cool, because some of the proper like ATS stuff I've seen has been like $400, whereas this is a fraction of the price, and it's got just as many buttons. It doesn't have any of the cool ignition or anything, and I do plan on getting something like that at some point, but for now, that does absolutely fine. We've got the cruise control wheel and stuff on it there. Right, so I'm actually going to go sleep after I've dropped this off, because it's getting pretty dark. There's no stop sign here, but we're going to go ahead and slow down anyway. It's come out a little bit wide. So I'm a little bit rusty with the old truck and stuff. It's been a long time since I've played ETS or ATS, so please bear with me. But this is completely different. I feel like I'm playing a completely new area, I know, but all the assets and stuff are brand new. There's a party going on here. Where was my invite? Balloons. Yeah, I always felt like ATS is kind of like copy and paste of everything. It's the same buildings everywhere, the same roads everywhere, but now it's completely changing. The further east we go, this is technically north, but still, you can wait there, buddy. Look how much traffic there is. I may have to remove the traffic density mod, or else we're going to end up spending 20 minutes of this video in traffic. I recognise that sign. Is that the sign from Honey, no, that's Vegas I'm thinking of. Never mind. Miles off. Right, let's go ahead and head into here. Now, the main focus of this video is Oregon, not my parking skills, so we might do the easier method here. Let's go ahead and turn into here real quick. See what options we get. Because once again, I just want to see Oregon. I don't want to spend the whole video trying to park. Okay, let's go ahead and get this into neutral parking brake on once we find a parking space. Now, this is a shame because this one actually looks really interesting. You have to park it in the garage by the look of it. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to go ahead and do the easy one. Oh, hang on. Let's get it into drive. I'm so used to driving on ATS in the automatic manual. Sorry, a little bit confusing. So there's our delivery bay here. Let's go ahead and turn our hazard lights on here. So we're going to jump this curb a little bit. We'll try and park ourselves like so. So let's go ahead and jump into third person here. My button stopped working. Dang it. Let's go ahead and press T. So another thing you can see on this side panel, it's got a joystick, so we can actually look around, which is pretty cool. You have to set it up yourself. But there we go. There's the first job done. So we are now officially in Oregon. So let's go ahead and see if we can find another job. I do want to go ahead and go sleep as well at some point. But let's go ahead and do... Right, everybody, so we have found another job. I'm going to go ahead and find somewhere to sleep in a second, just so we can get the daylight back. But as you can see, we're in a classic truck, or classic style truck here, with a double lumber trailer on. So we've jumped straight to the deep end here for somebody who hasn't played ATS for a while. But we found a job going from Lakeview to... In fact, how do I double check this again? I can't remember. Is it Ep.6? Okay, so we're going from... Lakeview to Salem, taking 22 tons of lumber. We've got quite a lot of time to do this, so I'm not going to be worried too much. I'll do this again. A little bit rusty with the controls. Let's go ahead, get the parking brake on. We're still in reverse. Let's get that into neutral. Okay, just double checking we had that on. Let's rotate this around because we are going to do a Tug Test. So to do that, I press this button here. I got it mapped out. That's my trailer brake. Let's remove the parking brake. Now you can see the Tug Test is working, which is cool. Let's jump back into cab here. Once again, we are in automatic. This is the sort of truck I want to drive in manual, but we'll do that in a different video. So the first thing is to find somewhere to sleep, because like I said, I want to try this in broad daylight so we can see a bit better. But I was kind of hoping this job was going from like the woods or something, those like dirt paths I keep seeing on the screenshots. Let's get some lights on here. Come out wide so we don't clip anything. There's that mirror there. I don't know whether to put the virtual mirrors on. I don't personally use them, but for you guys, I'm not sure how clear these are going to be coming out in the video. So let's go ahead and indicate this way. Once again, we're probably going to take this a little bit wide. Now, one thing I need to remember is to drive on the right-hand side, because I'm so used to playing ETS and, as of late, Forza. This is where the traffic density mod's going to be playing me up, I think. Right, freedom. We're actually just invading this guy's side of the road here. We have to come out pretty wide for that trailer, but we made it. I did put my hazard lights on, though, because that's just a thing I like doing on ATS and ETS. It seems to make the AI behave a little bit better when I do that. Crash into this Tesla in front. Now, where can I sleep? Right, so there's a gas station just over there that we're going to use. So it shouldn't take too long to do this. I'm just hoping we can actually make this corner here. None of these guys are going to let us go, are they? Are you going to let me go? Well, we're going to have this UPS truck. Right, let's go. I need to adjust my head tracking a little bit. It's a little bit sensitive. I am using head tracking for those of you that was wondering how I'm moving my head without actually moving any controls or anything. That is head tracking. Really recommend it. Completely changes the way you play in the immersive level. It saves me having all three of my screens turned on. I do have 3 screens for those of you that are new to the channel. I just don't really use them for like triple screen stuff because I find it hard to record like that. For everything on one screen. But here's the gas station. I'm hoping that we can get into here and, well, we'll fit in here first of all and find somewhere to sleep. I can see a truck parked up over there, so I'm assuming that's where we want to go. Let's pull into here. We're going to have to probably cut the dirt a little bit there, just a little bit. Okay. See how we're doing there. We really are pretty long today. Right, please don't say I have to try and park this thing. Right, okay everybody, so we have now skipped to the next day. Hopefully we're not running behind. We haven't got a notification through just yet, but it's now broad daylight, which is good, so we can see Oregon in all its glory. Is there any cars coming? Oh, there's a Camaro coming way too fast. Typical Camaro driver. You gonna let me go wherever you are? Are you gonna let me go? You are. Thank you, Mr. SUV. Wait for this logging truck to go past here. So we're obviously after the logging. They're obviously taking it to the lumberyard where we've just came from. And we're obviously taking the product of the lumberyard somewhere else. Right, let's go after this logging truck. Please wait there, Mr. What are you, a cement mixer? Oh, you got a huge tube on the back. Right, cut the corner. Actually, we didn't cut the corner at all, though. I'm pretty proud of it. It is a fuel truck. Okay. Right, but that's a bit of a kerfuffle. That took me, I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm going to be completely honest. I told you I was rusty. That took me absolutely ages to park this truck last night. Well, a minute ago, but last night in game. It took me absolutely a decade. So let's go ahead so we can change this to speed. There we go, there's our speed. You should unlock diff locks. Didn't even know diff locks are on. Can't remember what button that is on here. I'll have to research that in a second. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying Oregon. Like I said, I've only just got into it. This is literally my first impressions of Oregon, but so far all I've seen is the buildings and stuff. And the assets are completely different from what I've seen in other towns in ATS, which is really cool. Really good to see. Stuff like this, these roads here. Like, this is like I've not personally experienced on ATS before. It used to be pretty much just motorways or highways all the way through. And like a duplicate copy and paste town. Right, let's go ahead and set our cruise control here to 55. We can do that using this little wheel here. Still seems to be going fast. Let's put our Jake brake on it. Set ourselves to 55. There we go. Engine brake, sorry. Whereas, like I said, this whole video is about Oregon, not me rambling on. So what I'm going to do here is time lapse this bit so you guys can take in the scenes. So sit back, enjoy, and I'll catch up with you guys in just a second. Okay, everybody, so just a quick little interruption here as we head through another town. So this is Bend? Is it just called Bend, or is that half the word cut off? I think it might just be called Bend. But here we go, there's another new town that we've not been to just yet. In fact, I need the other GPS so I can see where we're actually going. Straightforward. As the truck struggles to get back to its speed. So completely different. We've got a Walbert down there. I haven't put in the real company logos just yet because I was having issues last time. It is called Bend. Bend discovered. So we go, brand new town called Bend. Hopefully we can see some stuff as we drive through this. Another truck there. So, can we go green? Let's have a look at this. It's got tipper on, I think. Hot deli to go. Roasted chicken. What's a roasted chicken? No idea. Right, so it's gonna take us a while to get back up to speed here, but. We've got a Seeky's Cafe, does that say? I went too fast. You guys probably going to tell me in the comment section. We've got Neil's something. You might be a news channel of some sort, but you can't just stop in the middle of the road. Who are you? It's like some sort of news channel. They got a huge satellite dish on top of their roof. F-Nox News. So it's Fox News. It explains a lot. Just think they can stop wherever they want. We've got a fake Kentucky Fried Chicken there, I think. KFC. So these are all completely different buildings. There's a police car there, and there's I don't know, I wonder if something's happened there. That's why the news car's there. Surely they're not allowed to stop in the middle of the road, though. I don't know. Right, go truck. Does this stay as 2 lanes? This looks like this town's still being constructed as we speak, actually. Not sure if it's the not sure if it's the place for me. Where are you from? Bend. Just inside of Oregon. But anyway, back onto the highway now. So let's go ahead and continue with our journey and take in some more scenes, shall we? If we come across anything interesting, I'll be sure to stop again. Right, okay everybody, so this is probably, I think, the final segment here. We're just heading in towards another town now. This one pulled over by a copper. So we're going to start slowing down because the speed limit is 20? Oh, it's highway 20. 45, there we go. So So we did slow down in time, luckily. So if you're wondering throughout the video, through the time-lapse, what I'm pressing on my side deck, that's the trailer brake. So at the same time I'm pressing the foot brake, I'm pressing the trailer brake as well. You can see the stalk. I'm not meant to be using the engine brake in town, I don't think. Let's go with speed, that's the wrong button. Let's go to this one. Right, so we're turning off. Isn't this? No, it's not this one, it's the next one. So you just see the stalk behind the wheel there. If I press it now real quick, you can see it kind of moving there just on the right side of the steering wheel. That's the trailer brake. Now let's make sure we come out of here. We've got a little bit wide, not too wide. Easy. Right, so we approach the last bit here now. I think it's just up this highway here. Speed limit for trucks is 60. I'm slowly getting used to the American signs. They're completely different to the ones in the UK or Europe. Europe and the UK is a little bit different, but they're roughly the same. So coming to America is completely alien for me. No cars coming. Let's see if we can keep this momentum. So we're heading towards Portland and entering Salem. So we're pretty much there now. Like I said, our delivery point is Salem. So if we change the sat nav, you can see we are pretty much there. So we'll get to see the views as we come in. I like this view here personally. I like the close one. I like this GPS when we're actually in the city, but when we're coming towards it, I like this one so we can roughly see what's going on. So Salem Bend is 1 mile. I think we're not taking that. We're going straight forward. Okay. So Salem apparently is up there, but we're going straight forward. So no idea where we're going. Maybe we're going to the other side of Salem. Maybe we're just outside of Salem. I'm not sure just yet. Speed limit is 6. Do this speed limit check. We are going too fast. Let's go ahead and set the cruise control to 60. Salem discovered. Right, so we need to be in the right-hand lane, which we are pretty much already. Let's just go ahead and move over. Right, I'm going to go ahead and turn cruise control off in a second because I believe we are coming off. Luckily, we're in automatic, so we don't have to worry about hill starts or anything in this huge trailer. Once again, we do weigh 22 tons. Right, let's go ahead and get cruise control off. We'll get the jake brake on. We're going to feather the trailer brake and our foot brake at the same time so we don't wear out the brakes on the truck. And we're there. Why on earth are we taking timber to... Is that a diner we're going to? Oh no, it's a home store. Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. Right, jake brake's not actually allowed on in the cities, I don't think. Can we turn right at a red light? I think we can. It's green anyway, but... That's not a thing in the UK for those of you that are watching from America. We cannot turn right at traffic lights. Or red traffic lights even. Right, so we're going to the home store. Let's see where they want it. Once again, this is not to do with parking. This is just an Oregon look. So we'll see where they want to take it. No cars coming. It's quite quiet in Oregon, considering we've got the traffic density mod on as well. We'll stop at the gate here. The gate's actually opening for us. That's really, really cool. That's new. I've not seen that before. Right, where do we want it? Oh, we can't actually put it. We've only got one option, which is just around the corner against the fence. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put our hazard lights on here, because we are huge, and there's going to be staff walking around. So there, is this like a, what they call it in America, Home Depot? In England, they're called B&Q. We have no one called Home Base, which I don't think is going to be around for very much longer, but yeah, B&Q is the main one, which is the equivalent of Home Depot, I believe. In fact, I would surprise me if they're the same company. We've got a supermarket here in England called Asda. 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 And it's actually owned by Walmart. Not a lot of people know that. It's not really a Walmart. It's a bit different over here. We can't just like... I know in Walmart in America you get like tires and stuff there as well. It's not like it's purely food and a bit of electronics. That's about it. A couple of vases and stuff. Right, we apparently are here. So let's go ahead and turn the hazard lights off. We'll put the parking brake on. We'll get her into neutral. Tell you what, we'll turn her off as well. In fact, no, we can't. We can't release. Yeah, we can't release the air pressure out, can we? Right, let's go ahead and get the legs down. And we're done. So that is my first trip to Oregon. I'm going to be doing a few more videos here in Oregon. One, because I want to explore Oregon for myself. I just will hit record whilst doing so. So probably going to be more time lapses and stuff. This is just the sort of style of videos I do if you are new here with the ETS stuff. I can't ramble on for about an hour in real life because you guys get very bored and I'll run out of things to say anyway. So mainly it's a bit of a chin wag. bit of flapping my gums, and then mainly time lapses. So if you did enjoy, please slap a thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Hit subscribe to see more from myself. I do a lot of farm sim as well if you're new here. I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.
Trying to call my buddy hard drive out there in Amarillo, Texas at Fine Tune CD, but I got Rocksteady in my radio now. Hey, Rocksteady, beam with the